Hi, good evening. My name is Carrie Starnes, and I'm going to be presenting this evening on STEM education. I believe STEM education is what our students' future depends on. I'm going to be covering the topics of what is needed for STEM education, the challenges that my school faces with STEM, my implementation plan, and the benefits of strengthening STEM education is. To me, the importance of STEM education is new technology equals new challenges. New technology is in the form of new computers, new sources for individuals in the workforce, new medicines, new things that are provided to make our lives more interesting and easier for us. Well, with these new technologies comes the new challenges. New challenges facing of having qualified people to maintain these equipment and to create the new drugs medication for people. I believe that the STEM education is to prepare students for STEM careers. And the goal of STEM education is to help America become increased with the economic outlook of and be a more profitable nation. The challenges that affect the school that I teach at, I teach 4th grade at Anna Woodbury Elementary in Fort Meade, is not enough time is dedicated for STEM. Our science block lasts approximately 40 minutes. We are lucky if we can even get 30 minutes of actual science teaching instructional time. Many times, if an activity occurs earlier in the day during our 2-hour ELA block or an hour-and-a-half math block, we have to use our science block to teach the items that we have missed during the previous sessions. And even there are times during the science block, that we have to use that for other recovery of the math or ELA materials. And the times that when we do teach science, we have enough time to cover what needs to be learned and that the students need to learn for their unit test. STEM activities happen about every 2 weeks. And with those STEM activities, we have lack of resources. We are provided with the basic materials, and if more materials needed for all of our students to have an actual hands-on learning, it is our responsibility, or it's up to us as a teacher, to provide the extra material for our students. And the inexperience of STEM curriculum and teachers. Many teachers they understand what STEM means, but they don't actively engage in using the STEM curriculum. They talk about using STEM, but they just talk about it. They don't actually engage their students in the actual hands-on learning. There's not much science to math or math to art, cross-curriculum engagement. So those are the 3 challenges that I see at Anna Woodbury. For my STEM implementation plan, I plan a 3 to 5 year overall goal, or a year plan. Goal 1 is the full integration of STEM across all elementary grade levels. This is to ensure that all students from kindergarten through 5th grade have STEM in each of their courses for each year. Goal 2 is to imply STEM curriculum across grade levels. This is to ensure that STEM is being used for students in each of the grades, and that each year the students are building upon the previous year's STEM activities. And goal 3 is articulate and integrate STEM literacy across all grade levels. STEM literacy is not just knowing science, math, technology, and engineering, but it is also to imply the technology in science and in engineering and math, and use the practices to help solve the mathematical problems. In my 3 to 5 year plan, I plan to break it into year or 2-year groupings to help with the goals that have been set. For example, in 2015 to 2017, I want to increase the participants' knowledge and attitude towards STEM education. This is actually for students and their parents so they can understand exactly what STEM education is and how it's going to affect their education throughout the rest of their school career. Secondly, is to increase the instructional time in math and science. At our school, 2 hours is dedicated to ELA, an hour and a half to math. Science, like I said earlier, it's about 40 minutes. When I was in school, we were dedicated to an hour of science time that we used every day. That when we went to science, we learned science. I believe that students today need at least an hour of science. And also we need to integrate the content integration across STEM and non-STEM areas. STEM and art go together. I mean, how else can you design a project made out of clay without using the principles of engineering and math to create your project? In 2016 to 2017, I want to target teachers who are seeking STEM area certifications. This may be to seek new teachers to be brought into the schools, or even have teachers in the school seek out certification. And for this, I would like funding to be found by grants to allow teachers to take courses they need to increase their STEM certification areas, and even to help pay for the cost of the actual test. In 2016 to 2018, I would like to see an increase of participation of students in STEM-related courses. Many students now have increased their knowledge of computers, and they also have been really interested in robotics. I would like to see robotics brought into schools all the way from kindergarten on up to 12th grade. Students love building. Students love to see hands-on. So I believe in increasing these type of classes for the students. Also, I want to increase the annual business to classroom partnership by 10% each year. This is for STEM-related businesses to where they can come into classrooms and build a partnership to show students what they need to learn to be successful in a STEM career. Also, I want to increase the female and minority participation in STEM courses. As a female, I was in the minority. I love science. I love the technical ed classes that we had in school. And I am actually jealous of our high school students now that they have the robotics. If I was back in high school, I would be in those robotics classes. I think those are really interesting courses, and that is what most of our future careers are going to, is more robotics. And in 2017 to 2019, I want to increase the number of endorsements in STEM areas for teachers. This is an area that teachers will need to become familiar with STEM. They need to learn the basics more of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics to become a successful STEM teacher. Also, I would like to propose to STEM-related businesses to allow for teacher and/or student internship opportunities. This can be where a teacher can become a partner, an intern within a business that is STEM-related, and even open up to students in the high school age to where they can come in and actually learn and get course credits on internships. These will also help the students see where their course of study can lead to. Also, I feel that the businesses should be able to help support teachers in providing resources for STEM education. Lastly, I just want to leave you with this that I believe is something that all students need. STEM education is important to the success of our students. Our students need to know that STEM education is here to stay. It's our future. It's their future. It's America's future. It is what's going to make America a global leader in profits across the world. It's going to bring America back into that leadership of being a proud country that we can sit there and stand and say, yes, our students are just as successful as the other nations. But it's going to take teachers, businesses, partners, and family members, parents, to working together to increase the STEM education and the possibilities for our students to be successful. Thank you for taking your time and viewing this presentation.